market studios across the country have grappled with this question for centuries, while architects have created a vast wasteland of little black notebooks in their quest to conquer the process. It is a gripping question that haunts many of our nightmares, and yet no real exploration into the topic has ever been performed until now. Please join us for this very special report as Sean Earhart and Sonia Poland take us inside the design process.
We're here at the Seattle office of MBBJ to see what we can discover about the design process. We've donned these architectural costumes in hopes of going in under the radar.
At times, they thought they would never break the code, that they would go home empty-handed after being so close, or worse, that when they found the secret decoder ring, it would read, "Drink more Ovaltine." However, the team pressed on and eventually got the break they were looking for.
As you can see here, we've come across a map of sorts that we believe will lead us to the discovery of the design process. It seems to be written in code, however. If only there was someone around who could draw a series of diagrams and sketches to help us better understand. What is the design process?
Wow, okay. Well, let me take a stab at some of it.
Brent quickly went to work explaining all the design process acronyms we were struggling to understand. He also informed us that our process map was missing an important first step, called concept, which involves programming and ideas.
In concept, we were using tools like this, and we were using tools like this to study really big picture organizational ideas and diagrams and say, what's our intent, where's the meaning, what's informing this, how do we communicate that to the team, how does the team buy into the ideas. So concept is real important to get ideas, but also to keep them fluid, because the next step is schematic design, where you take some of those ideas and you begin to refine them. So again, back to this building, one of the first schematic concepts, evolutions of this idea, was just a quick elevation sketch that again is coming back to this idea of these panels that move. And you can see this quick little study which was looking at how precast concrete might move around and work, and a sunscreen strategy, and trying to get from here to here to here to here. And then after schematic comes what we call design development, which is, again, a narrowing down of options in terms of design alternatives, but then a broadening of what the possibilities are with fewer schemes in terms of how you build it, how you detail it, how you refine it. And that design development phase is real important, and that's when teams really come together and focus on one or two schemes and start to refine. And I think Kate Diamond would be a great person to talk about that, because she's really done some fabulous buildings that are really well detailed and really well resolved, and that happens in design development.
So Brent has described how we get through concept design, schematic design. Now imagine that the client has reviewed that schematic design package. You've done a conceptual or schematic level cost estimate and verified that you can in fact afford to design the project the way you've designed it. Now you want to know in greater detail what the real decisions are about materiality, color, finishes, all of the elements of the building systems. That's the phase we call design development. It's really transferring from what is still paper architecture or very thin architecture into the reality of buildings. It's probably the phase I love best, because it's all about the making of architecture. It's not the conceptual phase, it's the phase where we think about what you're going to touch when you hold the handrail. It's about how you're going to integrate the building systems. In sustainability terms, it's really when you test, can you achieve the energy levels that you're talking about, the conservation pieces. And it's where you take and you start to explore things like how you're going to have a green roof meet an edge, how much of it is going to be occupied, not occupied, where's the detail. You're not finishing the construction documents, but you're essentially establishing all of the intent of the design so that when you move into the construction document phase, you are only documenting. You are taking decisions you've made in design development and turning them into a buildable, biddable set of documents for the contractors and subcontractors. So it is where you make the concept of architecture into the art of building, and I love it.